Alright, quick disclaimer right off the bat. I bought this motherboard myself. ASUS did not send this out to me. So everything you're about to hear is purely my own opinion. So let's get into it. Today we're unboxing and taking a deep look at the ASUS TUF B850M-PLUS Wi-Fi, which is a Micro-ATX motherboard. And if you're building a compact but powerful PC, this form factor comes with some important trade-offs that we need to talk about, especially NVMe slot placement near the CPU, GPU clearance, and how all that plays together in a Micro-ATX build. Alright, so let's crack it open. They've included a Wi-Fi 6E antenna, since this is the Plus Wi-Fi version of the motherboard, and you could extend it up just like this to get better range. And here are the connections that plug into the back of the motherboard. Then you have the motherboard itself, which we'll take a closer look in just a bit. They also include a couple of SATA cables, a little standoff and a screw, and a few rubber pieces for the M.2, some TUF Gaming branded stickers, and the user manual. And that's pretty much it, no crazy extras, but the fact that the Wi-Fi is built in means one less PCIe slot to sacrifice, which is actually a big deal on a Micro-ATX board such as this. And if you guys are doing a computer build, I highly recommend that you keep your motherboard box handy, because it's nice to just rest it on top of that as you're working on installing the different things. So first impressions, this definitely looks like a TUF board. You got that industrial, military-inspired aesthetic, a reinforced PCIe slot, which works great if you're installing something like this power color AMD Radeon RX 9070 XT. It's gonna really help with supporting the weight of that GPU. And it's got these really chunky heat sinks, which work great for heat dissipation, and a layout that's clearly designed for longevity. And yes, this is a Micro-ATX motherboard, so keep in mind that you do get fewer PCIe slots than ATX. That means that on this motherboard, you only get one PCIe 5.0 X16 slot for your GPU and one PCIe 4.0 X1 slot. So the expansion slots are quite limited with this board compared to a full ATX motherboard. And you get tighter spacing overall, so layout designs matter more here. But of course, there is an upside. You get a smaller footprint without sacrificing core features like Wi-Fi, multiple NVMe slots. With this motherboard, you get one PCIe 5.0 X4 slot and two PCIe 4.0 X4 slots, as well as these four SATA 6 gigabits per second ports that you can all use for storage purposes. You also get decent power delivery with this board. So let's do a high-level spec rundown for the B850M-PLUS Wi-Fi motherboard. For the chipset, we have the B850, and for the socket, we have AM5. It supports the modern Ryzen processors, and for memory, we have DDR5 support, and a memory kit such as this G.Skill Ripjaws M5 Neo RGB that G.Skill sent out to me is a perfect match for this motherboard, especially if you're going to be doing gaming with your computer build. For networking, we have built-in Wi-Fi 6E, as well as a Realtek 2.5 gigabits per second port. This board is clearly aimed at gaming and everyday performance builds, and not extreme overclocking, but absolutely solid for mid to high-end CPUs, such as this AMD Ryzen 7 9800X3D, which is great for gaming. The VRM layout and cooling are pretty impressive for Micro-ATX, which is reassuring if you're planning to pair this with something stronger than an entry-level chip, again like that 90X100X3D. So now let's talk about one of the most important layout details on this board, NVMe SSD placement. Again, you have three NVMe slots. You have this Gen 5 slot right here that's closest to the CPU, as well as two Gen 4 NVMe slots. And the great thing is that they all have a heatsink already included with this motherboard, so you don't have to spend extra for that. Now this top M.2 slot on the B850M-PLUS Wi-Fi sits very close to the CPU socket. And here's why that matters. It's connected via CPU lanes, which is great for speed, but thermally it lives within the CPU heat zone. So if you're running a hotter Ryzen chip and a fast Gen 4 or Gen 5 NVMe drive, you'll want to pay attention to a few things such as heatsink effectiveness, airflow direction, cooler size, and orientation. This is not a flaw, it's just Micro-ATX reality that you should plan around. Now, if you're building a gaming PC with this Micro-ATX motherboard, I recommend that you stick with a PCIe 4.0 NVMe drive, such as the Samsung 990 Pro. I think it's a good balance of price to performance. It's not using the latest and greatest technology such as Gen 5, but for gaming, you're not going to see much difference between a Gen 5 and a Gen 4. And with this drive, you'll get 2 terabytes, which is more than enough, and you'll get very good performance with this. So now let's talk about GPU placement, which is another big thing to consider on the B850M-PLUS Wi-Fi motherboard. One very cool thing I like is this mechanism that lets you release the clip. It's holding down the GPU. It's really handy. A lot of times, especially with long GPUs, I've had trouble getting to that little clip to release the GPU. So it's really nice that they've thought about this and included this mechanism for you to easily take out your GPU if you need to. Now, this primary PCIe X16 slot is reinforced, which is great for today's heavier GPUs, such as this RX 9070 XT. And I really want this video to bring value to you guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and place this 9070 XT AMD GPU on this motherboard so you guys can see the clearances and what I'm talking about as we talk about some of the limitations and implications of using a Micro-ATX board such as this one. So as you guys can see, this GPU is quite long. It extends way past the end of the board here, and I'm gonna go ahead and insert it. And that snapped in really nice. So one thing to mention is that this Power Color AMD 9070 XT card is very heavy. So that's where that reinforced slot comes in clutch. But one thing to note is the limited spacing below, which is expected with Micro-ATX boards. So the real world implications are that thick GPUs can block access to the lower PCIe slots. So that can cause a few issues. In this case, the width of this 9070 XT doesn't allow you to use that PCIe 1X slot. We know that we have the built-in Wi-Fi, but if you needed another PCIe slot for anything else, you're not gonna be able to use it with something like this Power Color 9070 XT GPU. So keep that in mind. The other things to know is that they're gonna block access to the secondary M.2 slots. So what that means is that you would have to remove this GPU in order to replace your NVMe slot or install a new one. So again, all these things to consider. Also, this GPU is gonna generate a lot of heat, and it will be right above your NVMe drives that also produce heat. So that may cause some additional issues. So again, it's a trade-off that you have to live with in using a Micro-ATX motherboard. In smaller cases, GPU thickness can affect other things such as the bottom intake airflow and cable routing. Originally, I was gonna go with a different GPU than this, but I got this one because it's one of the thinner GPUs. As we can see here, it's just a tad bit over 2 slots, but there are some GPUs that are 3 slots, and you're gonna run into issues of clearance, especially when you get to this side. And with the case that I picked, it would be right against one of the walls of the case, and that means you'll have issues with cable routing and clearance and maybe some heat issues if this butts up against something in your case. So yeah, all these things I wanted you guys to consider when picking out something like this Micro-ATX. But if you do your homework and piece together the right case, GPU, motherboard, then I think you shouldn't have any problems. And because Wi-Fi is already built in, you're not burning a PCI slot for networking with this motherboard, which helps, but case compatibility still matters a lot here. All right, so let's see this latch mechanism in action here. I'm just gonna push down. Oh yeah, comes right off. Nice. So who should actually buy this ASUS TUF B850M-PLUS Wi-Fi? Well, this is for builders who want a compact AM5 motherboard, built-in Wi-Fi without adapters, as well as solid reliability and a clean layout. And I really like the fact that there is 4 RAM slots on this, which is really important with today's RAM prices, again, because of everything crazy going on with AI right now. So these 4 RAM slots here are real value for this motherboard compared to other Micro-ATX boards that may only have 2 RAM slots. If you're building a smaller case and you're okay thinking ahead about GPU size and thermals, this board hits a really nice balance. If you want maximum expandability and 0 layout compromises, full ATX is still the move, but that's not what this board is trying to be. So again, this is the ASUS TUF B850M-PLUS Wi-Fi Micro-ATX motherboard. I'll be using this in the upcoming builds, so keep an eye out for that video. If this video helped you out, hit like, subscribe, and I'll leave a link in the description down below if you want to check current pricing or specs. In fact, I'll leave links to all the PC components that were part of this video. So take a look down below if something piqued your interest. And if you built a Micro-ATX PC recently, drop a comment down below. I'd love to hear what worked and what didn't for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.